Hey guys, welcome back to part 3 of my Wizard101 Ice Balance walkthrough. It's been like 2 months, like more than 2 months, since I recorded the first 2 episodes of this, because I got like really busy with school and really didn't have any time to play, so I let my subscription expire, but I renewed it a day or two ago for Christmas break, because it's now Christmas break, and I intend to play a lot because I have a lot of free time over break and I don't really have a whole lot to do. So I wanted to continue with this. So last time we did Unicorn Way and Firecat Alley in the first 2 episodes, and in this episode we are here on Cyclops Lane and we're going to be doing that. So let's get started.
What are you doing here? Only talented wizards like me should be out on these dangerous streets. Think you have what it takes? This place needs real heroes. We'll see if you can make the grade. Let's see how useful you are. Professor Drake put me in charge of a very important mission. Magical artifacts from the old Death School have resurfaced. I've decided you're going to recover the one inside the spooky dark cave. Every other student I've asked has been too afraid to go, so I'm hoping for better from you. Battle everything in the dark cave until you find the ruined skull.
Don't like you already. I never did. So we're going to the dark cave, which is, I don't know, I feel like they have the dark cave and they also have the haunted cave. I just feel like they went a little overboard there. They could have just had one, but whatever. So now defeat undead and collect ruined skull, and I notoriously have like a lot of trouble with this quest. It takes me like a lot of fights to actually get what I need. So if I don't get it in the first fight or 2, I will cut it out until I get it. Because it's just I'm farther ahead on my Pirate 101 walkthrough. I'm a couple worlds in there, and it just, if you try to show everything, it just takes forever and you don't get anything accomplished ever. So yeah, it's kind of where it's at now. Of course, minimum damage as always. Yeah, so these sorts of things shouldn't be happening at this level. Okay, so this wizard got it, but the other one didn't. So I guess, well, I have something to explain, so I guess I'll explain it during this next fight. Yeah, so depending on, a lot of times I sort of talk about this game and like stuff in this game as if everyone knows what I'm talking about. So those pets I have, normally when you're a level 1 wizard, you wouldn't be having, so that pet just casts Infallible, which is an aura, which is stuff that you don't get until you're over level 50. So it's a little bit it's a little bit overpowered for the level I'm at, but I'm using it anyway. So if you're looking for like completely no higher level health run, this isn't what you're looking for. Yeah, and a level 7 wizard definitely cannot critical. Critical isn't something that appears on gear until in the level 50s, like the same with the auras, like at like level 50 after the first arc, there's like a whole bunch of like new battle mechanics added. But if you get them on a pet and put them on a lower level wizard, you will have insanely high critical rating for like a very you'll have an insanely high critical percent, even though you have a low critical rating, because it scales with level. I mean, I guess I can explain these things later, but yeah. So basically just some of these things that my wizards have, you shouldn't have at level. I think I'm level 7 right now. Okay, well, I didn't really feel like cutting, and I got it after 3 battles, which isn't that bad. So, I'm gonna head back there now. I set myself a port.
You found the rune skull? Huh. Faster than I could have imagined. Professor Jake will be pleased with me. I told a few students to pick up death relics up the street. Now they're nowhere to be found. No doubt gabbing instead of working. Can you look after the students on the slim chance that something's happened to them? I'd start with the trolls. They look shifty.
Okay, so before we do that, I'm just going to get the... Okay, move it. There. The Smith for Zeke for Cyclops Land, it's like over behind the like quest hub. The quest hub is like over here. So yeah. So now we have a couple mob fights. This one usually isn't as bad as the other one, as the one we just did. Usually is nicer than the ruined skull, but it can also sometimes be a pain. Another thing worth mentioning. So in these first couple areas, for like most of the first world, there's like optional areas of Wizard City that don't have this. So at the beginning of the game, they try to go easy on you. They give you fights where the number of wizards is equal to the number of monsters. So I have 2 wizards in this fight for their 2 trolls. As you get into the higher worlds, they give you the number of monsters is equal to the number of wizards plus 1, so they make it a little bit harder. So we'll be seeing that in a couple episodes.
What is this? A letter? How odd. Trolls can't read. By the handwriting, a Cyclops wrote this. They never dot their I's.
That's funny.
It's addressed to him, whoever that is. I should take a look at it if students are in danger. Great fire bats! The Cyclops have kidnapped the students! Oh, good thing you found this. We must act immediately. I hope they're not gonna blame me for those students getting themselves kidnapped. I know. I'll inform Professor Drake at once. He'll know what to do. When I tell him how those students got themselves kidnapped while I was... On second thought, I think you should go tell him. I'll stay here and keep an eye on those Cyclops.
Yeah, so he's definitely like one of the least likable characters in the entire game, Nolan Stormgate. I know he's like supposed to be annoying, but there are other characters that are like supposed to be mean, like this professor we're gonna talk to. He's like mean, but I don't know, I like him, and I just cannot stand Nolan Stormgate. So here we go.
What do you want?
Professor Drake sneers at the ransom note.
Here. Take this message to Victor Darkwood, the robe shopkeeper. Be quick about it. Time is of the essence here.
Whoops. Getting stuck on everything. If you hit num lock, you can auto run, which is what I'm doing right now. So you don't have to lay down on the forward key the entire time.
Ah, a message from Professor Drake. Yes, I've been expecting you. You'll need to hurry back with this.
The shopkeeper retrieves a large sack and hands it to you.
Dun 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 dun, drum roll please.
Here you go. Professor Drake's laundry, freshly cleaned and pressed. And don't let it drag on the pavement now.
Yep. That's how much Professor Drake cares about students, and just, I guess, just people's safety in general. Innocent students were kidnapped, and he's just like, go get my laundry. Go get my dry cleaning.
That certainly took you long enough.
And he's not even nice about it.
Professor Drake shakes his head at you.
You're still worried about those missing students? Yes, well, this is definitely a problem. Take this message to the headmaster. That should resolve things to my satisfaction.
Coffee is life. And it's great because, like, around this time they have, like, all these special holiday blends out, which is what I'm drinking right now. So good.
Ah, young wizard, it's good to see you. You have a note for me. Let's see it.
The headmaster reads Professor Drake's note.
I will not expel you from the Ravenwood School of Magical Arts, regardless of what Professor Drake thinks of you. You are not responsible for the problems on Cyclops Lane. General Achilles and his men promised to drive out the trolls. Now, Achilles has gone back on his word. I fear there is something more sinister behind Achilles' change of heart. This M is to blame. We will need to know more. Drake is of no use here, but you have been most helpful. Go back to Nolan Stormgate and help him straighten this out. I brewed up this potion. He has...
The headmaster...
Take the potion over to
Yeah,
Bartleby
that's
and see what happens.
side quest. I don't
Take
feel like doing
note
that
of
right now.
anything he says.
Let's go back to Nolan. Maybe we'll level up.
I wasn't expecting Professor Drake to leave everything to us. He must really trust me.
Yeah, or he just really doesn't care. I don't think he trusts you very much.
Professor Drake is expecting big things. The Cyclops General Achilles wrote the note, so we need to reach his keep. But to do that, we need a gate pass. Maybe... Can you steal one from the Warhorns? All you have to do is defeat some. Yeah, that should be easy enough.
Of course. Okay. Now, sometimes it can be a pain to try to get 2 Warhorns in one battle. So if I don't get it, I'm not gonna, like, restart. But I will try. I didn't mean to join. Oh well. Because the Cyclopses walk faster than the Warhorns, but I accidentally backed in. Like, I try to time things to get the mobs that I want, but I just didn't successfully do it that time. So, oh well. didn't get it, which I wasn't really expecting to. So let's see. Success. This is definitely the quickest street. Of like the 3 streets. I think it's like I think it's definitely faster than Unicorn Way. Like we're gonna be done with this video, unless this quest takes like forever to get this Warhorn thing. We'll definitely be done this in like 23 minutes or so, whereas most of the other ones take like a half hour. I could be completely wrong about this. This is probably the longest one now that I said that, but that's just how it seems to me when I'm playing. This one is definitely faster compared to the others, where it seems faster. Which is good, because I'm not like a huge fan of the myth theme. Ooh, a level 2 spell. I'm not even sure if the opponents have used the level 2 spell on us yet. No luck. Success again. Yeah, criticals do double damage. There's also a stat called critical block, which will give you a chance to block that double damage, and it will go back down to like regular damage. But at these low-level worlds, you're not supposed to have critical, so none of the enemies have critical block. So if you get a critical, it's just GG for them. They're just gonna get double damage for free. Wow, this pet really loves to cast Infallible. So that's an aura. It's a star spell, which is not... So if you're just starting out with this game, when you make your wizard, you can select... Fire, Ice, Storm, Balance, Life, Myth, or Death. Star is not one of those, but there are other schools of magic that have spells, but not like a primary school that your wizard can be, that you can train individual spells from, and Star is one of those. There's also Sun, Moon, and Shadow. I'm not sure if there's any others. I know they just did an update. I haven't done the new world yet, so who knows if they added something crazy to that world. Okay, so this one got it. But the Balance Wizard did not. Hope I don't die. I'm getting low on health and mana. Mana is kind of only a relevant stat at low level because your mana is so low. For every spell you cast, you use up mana equal to the number of pips the spell is. And you also use mana to set those marker things that you can teleport back to. But it's really only relevant at low levels because you just have a lot. You have a lot more mana at higher levels, so like taking a chunk of it for those things is pretty irrelevant. Okay, so I got it. So that's good. Back to Nolan. See, now I'm down to 1 mana.
Great job! Okay, here's my plan. Show your pass to the guard, Romulus, outside the keep at the end of the street, and he'll let you in. He's not too bright. Then you must challenge General Achilles in combat. Cyclopses are honor-bound. According to the Cyclops Code of Honor, he can't refuse to fight you. See where I'm going? Even if someone is telling Achilles to hold the students hostage, once you defeat him in battle, he will be honor-bound to free them. All you have to do is beat him.
Yeah, it sounds easy enough. Yeah, so when you level up, you get your health and mana restored. After I turned that quest in, I got enough to level up to level 8. I guess I was 7, not 8. Quests are really the only way to level up in this game. I know I've played some other games where you can like just fight monsters and level up, but the only experience you get from fights in this game is you get 3 experience for every pip you use, and 0 pip spells count as 1, so you'll get 3. And that's just that's not how you do it. And also, you can't do anything if you're like stuck at this point in the game anyway. You won't have your spells, you won't be able to access any areas, so like really this game is about the storyline, leveling up through the storyline, seeing like where it takes you. It's really like what it is.
Well, you don't look like a warhorn to me, but this pass looks good, so I guess you could go in.
You hear a girl's voice off to your left.
Help us, please! We're held here by General Achilles!
What? You are here to rescue these students? That I cannot allow! I am honor-bound to keep them until I'm told otherwise. But if you were to defeat me, I would be honor-bound to free them for you. If you want their freedom, you will have to fight me for it. And mind you, as General, I will put up a good fight.
Ugh. Yeah, your pet can also heal you. GG, General Achilles.
You have defeated me, brave wizard, so I must honor your request to free the students. My master will be angry that I let them go, but I must obey the Cyclops Code of Honor. Go now! They are free.
Thank you for freeing us. We were starting to believe that no one was coming to help us.
Thank goodness you showed up. No telling who would have come to rescue us.
I thought at least Professor Drake would have come looking for us, but he didn't. Thank you for coming to our aid.
This is pretty sad that they're just... no one came to help them.
Let me get this straight. The Cyclops were holding the students hostage in order to bring chaos to Wizard City? But who would make General Achilles do such a thing? I'm sure Professor Drake could figure out who's behind this mess if he wanted to. Too bad he's always so busy. We should tell the headmaster how we saved the students, especially my plan to sneak you inside the keep. Still, I have to find those artifacts for Professor Drake. After what happened, I shouldn't let anyone else do it. Would you go tell the headmaster what happened? Tell him how you were able to save them due to my brilliant planning. I'm sure he'll reward us both.
Okay.
Quite a daring rescue. I'm glad that you were able to save the students. It bothers me that someone could force General Achilles into a sinister plot against Wizard City. I suspect that M is Malastare himself.
How astute.
It seems obvious that this is another of Malastare's plans to throw us off his trail. With all the wizards busy here in Wizard City, Malastare feels free to carry out his ultimate plans. Hopefully, we can catch up with him before then. Keep up the good work. Nolan seems to have warmed to you. Perhaps Professor Drake isn't far behind. I brewed up this potion especially for Bartleby, the tree in the center of Ravenwood. He hasn't been feeling well lately. He has trouble remembering things since his eye was stolen.
The headmaster gives you a bottle with a bubbling blue elixir inside.
Take the potion over to Bartleby and see what happens. Take note of anything he says.
I guess we might as well do, since we're done with the main stuff, I'll do a little side quest he has. Gives you a little story of like what's going on.
Must hold on to the first world until... Oh, it's so hard for me to remember things. My mind is not as clear as it once was.
You pour the headmaster's potion all around Bartleby's roots.
Ah, that's good.
Bartleby looks off into the distance and speaks in deep, hollow tones.
Beware, Master Ambrose. Beware of Malastare. He comes at night to torment me. Find the one who can defeat him. That one is the savior of Wizard City.
So that's what Bartleby had to say. My, how odd. Not the outcome I was quite expecting.
Headmaster Ambrose scratches his head, thinking.
Bartleby used to have 2 eyes. Gifts from his sister, Lady Nightstar, the grandmother of ravens. They were called the Eyes of Time. One showed the past, and the other the future. Recently, Malistaire stole the Eye of History. Now, Bartleby can't remember things. I will have to think upon Bartleby's words about Malistaire. Things are so dire. I must be sure to choose wisely. There will be no second chances. We still haven't heard back from some of our people out there. I hope to hear from them soon.
Oh, I just realized that was muted, which kind of stinks. I'm not sure how long it was muted, but anyway, we just did the two of the smiths that are sort of out of the way, and I was just saying next time we'll be doing Triton Avenue. Triton Avenue is a little bit longer than the other 2 streets we've done, so I might have to split it up into 2 episodes. I'm kind of hoping not. I kind of like the idea of having, like, chunking things into 1 episode and having them accomplished then and be done. But if the drop rates are too bad, I might have to split it up into 2 episodes. So yeah, so next time on Wizard101, I will see you guys then. Bye.